According to the schedule here, we've got some games coming up. There's looks like tomorrow. Actually, what is today? The 7th. So Saturday, Clarksville in town. They're underway here in Lake Mills, and then they have a game at Central Springs coming up as well. That one hit out of bounds, so Lake Mills taking the early 1-0 lead. And serving Jaden Joint, defensive specialist, getting another point there. Quick 2-0 lead for Lake Mills. Again, all the home games for volleyball and football, and coming up basketball here for Bulldogs TV here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Here comes a nice hit there by Megan Grow. Give her a kill on that one, right off the heel of the hand of the Eagle Grove player. Jaden Joint continues to serve with a 3-0 lead. Oh, they get that one in to find the open space, does Eagle Grove. That would have been Mackenzie Crail, the junior. So Eagle Grove with the point there, 3-1, and they will serve from behind here by 2. Hannah Beecher is serving for them. The set, and Eagle Grove able to dig that one out, send it back over. Nice tap over the net and off of the hand of Sadie Sturr for a point there. 4-1 for the Bulldogs. Going back to service, Faith Cox. As I said, Lake Mills, they substitute liberally between 8, 9, maybe 10 players sometimes, and it seems that every combination is just as good as the previous one. There's a hit that was very long, so 5-1 Lake Mills. And Faith will continue back serving. Parents' night here in Lake Mills. They announced all the parents, and in fact even of the coaches too. Coach Beamer's mom was here, so that's nice to see. There's a nice kill. Megan Grow again. 6-1 Lake Mills, early going here. Of course, they play best 3 out of 5. There's a ace for Faith Cox. Little mix up there on the defense for Eagle Grove, and it's 7-1. Again, on paper, it would look to be a fairly easy match. They're never easy, but you know, 8-1 against 1-11. But that's why they play the games. Oh, that one gets into the rafters up in the ceiling and drops on the Eagle Grove side, and it's 8-1. Faith Cox is still serving here. That one just dribbles over the net, and it's long, so 9-1. Boy, when the thing rolls your way, it rolls your way for sure. That one hitting the net and just dribbling over, and that's good. It counts. Here's Eagle Grove trying to get back in this game, trailing 9-1. Nice dig out there, but can't get it over. That was Natalie Verbo trying to tap it over there, but the junior couldn't do it. There's a timeout, and it is 10-1 Lake Mills. And we're going to break here, be back with more action from Lake Mills on BulldogsTV.com. Back in Lake Mills on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Tell your friends about us. We do the home games for volleyball and football here this late summer, early fall, and then getting into basketball later on for Bulldog Sports. And we're back into action with Lake Mills up 10-1. First game, that's 3 out of 5. There's a nice kill for Mallory Wilhelm. She slams it home. Middle hitter, 5'11" senior. And Faith Cox has been serving for quite a while now. 11-1 Lake Mills. Coach Jim Beamer has the team humming tonight. There's a left-handed Hit over the net for Lane Morgan, a junior, for Eagle Grove, and they will get the serve back and get a point there. 11-2 now. Mackenzie Crail serving into the net, goes back to Lake Mills, and it's a point. 12-2. Back in the old days, you only got a point when you were serving and got the side out, as they call it. But these days, it's a point on every misplay, and that one hit the rafters again. 13-2 for Lake Mills as Dana Bauman is back serving. Nice dig out in the set and hit, but blocked beautifully up front by Ashley Groh and Mallory Wilhelm, and ends up being a point for Lake Mills. 14-2. Bauman still serving. And the lefty hits it deep and out of bounds, Natalie Verba. So Bauman kind of serving from all over back there. A lot of players like to serve from one spot. She kind of moves around back in the service line. 16-2 now in favor of Lake Mills. Well on their way now to their 100th straight conference win. Wow, 100. I know they play a lot of games, but still 100 in a row in the conference is a remarkable achievement. That one's in the rafters again, off of the dig, and falls for a point for Lake Mills. 17-2. Bauman decides to go to her left to serve this one, left corner. That's dug out nicely, and the set and tap over, but blocked right there by Mallory Wilhelm, and that's another point for Lake Mills. 18-2. Middle hitter, Mallory Wilhelm's done that a couple times. Nice block at the net, and it just falls in for a point. But that one is sent home by Eagle Grove. I believe it was Verba pounding that one in and to the floor, so they will get the serve back, and they get a point there and trail 18-3. Wilkinson Tool and Die, Tri-State Tax, and Midwest Metal Stamping, our newest sponsors. We welcome them to our family tonight, and Lake Mills is going to get the serve back there with the point. 19-3, and some substitutions coming in. We're on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Serving now is Ashley Groh, 5'8" senior setter for Lake Mills. Up 19-3. And there's a whistle, and they're going to call a net violation there. 19-4 as Eagle Grove gets their fourth point of the game, and back to serve is Verba. Skips over the net. (19-5) now, as that was just long. Nice dig there by Bauman. Slammed home again. Taya Kessler wound up and smacked that one right in. 5'8" senior outside hitter for Lake Mills. And going back to serve is Mallory Wilhelm. Up 20-5. First game here tonight. Happy to bring you audio and video of the sports games, home games for Lake Mills this year. That one's long and out of bounds, so another point for Lake Mills, and they're up 21-5, looking to close this first game out soon. Wilhelm, all 5'11" of her, gets that serve up. She's got a good vantage point to get it over the net there. That one also long, 22-5, in favor of Lake Mills. Hannah Hansen along the front line now for Lake Mills. She's 5'9", not quite as tall as Wilhelm, but gets the job done. Another point for the Bulldogs. 23-5 is the score. Of course, they go to 25, win by 2. They get it back over to Lake Mills, and that was a little trouble, but they were able to dig that out and get it over. Set and a hit. Nice long rally here. One of the longer rallies of the first game. That one's knocked over and nicely dug out by Lake Mills, and they'll get the point, 24-5. Looking to get the game point here with Mallory Wilhelm serving. And it's underway. Hit again up into the rafters, which it changes the trajectory of the ball and just kind of messes with things. And that is it for the first game, 25-5 in favor of Lake Mills. We'll be back with game 2 here from Lake Mills High School on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. In Lake Mills, and Bulldogs TV rolls on with the home games for Lake Mills volleyball action. Parents' night tonight for Lake Mills, going for their 100th straight conference win. 25-5 in the first game. They beat Eagle Grove. They are 1-11, coached by Lee Faubourg. And we have the second game coming up here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Brought to you by Amish Heirlooms Furniture, Biz Wiz, Dale's Body Shop, Dave's Auto, Carl Bladel Construction, Lake Mills Chamber, Northern Iowa Therapeutic Massage, Premier Concrete, Sophia Asa Photography, Womack Design, Young Plumbing and Heating, Wilkinson Tool and Die, Tri-State Tax, and Midwest Metal Stamping. Thanks to all of them for making it possible. Underway here with Eagle Grove serving. Game 2 underway. There's a big smack by Megan Grove. These guys really wind up and get into it, but that's what you got to do because you don't want that coming back. Nice kill there to take the early 1-0 lead for Lake Mills. Serving is Bauman still. That one gets over, but out of bounds. And so it's 2-0 early going here in game 2 for Lake Mills, having won the first one 25-5. They've got a game Saturday at Central Springs. Next action, if you want to travel with the team. That one's out of bounds too. Eagle Grove now at least hitting them over the net with more regularity, but they can't find inbounds, and Bauman rolls on. Dana Bauman doing a good job. Racking up the points here. 3-0 lead for Lake Mills. That one's out of bounds off the palm of Ashley Grove. So the first point for Eagle Grove here, the Eagles, on this second game. 3-1. Nice dig out there by Faith Cox. And they get it over and knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. So Bulldogs taking a 4-1 lead and getting the serve. Jaden Joint comes out. Audrey Casperson in. Serving for Lake Mills will be Ashley Grove. 5'8" senior setter. Smacks it across. Dug out nicely and knocked back over to Lake Mills. It's a cross-court set that gets over and hits the rafters again. Yeah, I know it's their home gym, so it doesn't seem like Lake Mills gets it up into the rafters much, but the visiting teams have trouble with that. It just changes the angle and trajectory of the ball. That one's out of bounds off of Eagle Grove, and 5-1 now the lead for Lake Mills. Ashley Grove will go back and serve again. And they've got 5'11" Mallory Wilhelm right in the middle. It's imposing when he's 5'11", standing there, and we're able to block anything that comes over the net. 6-1 now. Like I mentioned, liberal substitutions for Lake Mills, and everybody's playing well, and it seems like the starters are always on the floor, but they get 8 or 9 players deep. That one knocked over and dug out nice there by Sadie Sturr, but the point goes to Lake Mills, 7-1. Bulldogs winning the first game 25-5. We have a contest on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Bulldogs-TV. That one's long off the serve there. So 7-2 now, and Eagle Grove will get the serve back with Mackenzie Crail going back. Yeah, we're giving away a custom stadium chair and t-shirt on the 18th of this month. And you have until the 15th to get in on that contest. Go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Bulldogs-TV to learn more and get into that drawing. And we'll have more of that as time rolls on. I know we have t-shirts they're throwing around tonight here in the home side of the stands. Bulldogs TV t-shirts, newly minted, looking sharp. White shirts with gold and purple lettering and trim. There's a nice rally. That was hit into the net, though, by Taya Kessler, and the point will go to Eagle Grove. 8-3 now, Lake Mills leading here in game 2. Lane Morgan, this junior, serving for Eagle Grove. They have a lot of juniors on their team. 7, 3 seniors, and a sophomore. They get it over to Lake Mills, and there's the hit. They're starting to get some rallies here, but that one's long off of Lane Morgan, so Lake Mills getting the serve back and scoring the point there. 9-3 they lead. Oh, trouble again with the rafters. Changed the angle of the ball, and they weren't able to adjust right. 10-3. They must practice that here for their home games, because, like I said, it just never seems to bother Lake Mills. They never get it in the rafters. There's trouble again as Megan Groh hits it into the net, and it's 10-4. Still with the Bulldogs leading. Serving now, Natalie Verba, junior. That was short. 11-4. Jaden Joint comes back in for Audra Casperson. And Jaden will go back to serve. Defensive specialist. She is 5'5", the senior. Again, Lake Mills ranked number 8 in 2A. Iowa volleyball rankings. 12-4 now. Serving is Jaden Joint. That one is out of bounds, and it's 13-4. As the Bulldogs get to rolling a little bit here. Winning the first game 25-5. Leading 13-4. Already Eagle Grove doing better this game at this point of it, but still trailing now by 10, 14-4. That one hit into the net again, 15-4, and there's a timeout by Eagle Grove, and we'll take a break too. 15-4, Lake Mills leading game 2 here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Here in Lake Mills at the high school with volleyball action going on, 15-4, Lake Mills leading Eagle Grove here in game 2. The Bulldogs won game 1, 25-5. Best 3 out of 5 is the way they go here. Eagle Grove making a late substitution there, sending Lane Morgan back in, one of the starters. We have Jaden Joint still serving for Lake Mills, and there's another point for her, 16-4. Lake Mills up. Mentioned they'll be in action again Saturday night in Central Springs. I've got to get a new schedule, though, because this one says they're playing on Monday at 11 p.m. How can they? I don't think that's right. It says Clarion Goldfield here at 11 p.m. on Monday. That's kind of brutal. That's a brutal schedule. Oh, there's an ace. And it's 18-4 Lake Mills here in game 2. Jaden continues to serve. 18-4. Eagle Grove sends it over. dug out nicely. Set. And off of the back row there, number 3, Mackenzie Crail. So Lake Mills taking a commanding 19-4 lead. Trouble with the dig there, and they did send it over, but ooh, that was in. So 19-5. Back to service, Hallie Jeske, one of their 3 seniors for Eagle Grove. Younger team, I mean, they got 7 juniors, so they're not that young, but not a senior-laden team. 6 seniors for Lake Mills. Chasing that one down as Jeske, but unable to get it back in play. So 20-5, Lake Mills has the lead. They won the first game 25-5, leading 20-5 here. As Faith Cox is serving, and she gets a nice one there. Call that an ace with Jeske unable to handle it. 21-5. That's out of bounds though, and Eagle Grove will get the serve back and the point. 21-6 is the score at this point. Eagle Grove, lots of substituting, getting certain servers in. This will be Sadie Sturr, senior, number 1. Gets in the back row, nice dig out, set, and the kill right there. Mallory Wilhelm slams it home, 22-6. With Dana Bauman serving, the 5'2" senior libero, meaning she can play anywhere on the back line. She's got the purple jersey on, and each team has one person in that position on the floor that can kind of play everywhere in the back row that they want to. 22-7 is the score now, with Eagle Grove getting the serve back. Nice setup for Spike there, but Eagle Grove able to dig it out, but there's Wilhelm with the block. And Lake Mills getting the point and the serve back too. 23-7 here in game 2. Serving is Ashley Groh, 5'8" senior setter. That one falls in, and Eagle Grove will get the serve back, and now they trail 23-8. Lake Mills can wear you down fairly easily, though. They have good height up front. They have good depth on the team. And that one falls out. It's 24-8 in favor of Lake Mills. And back to serve Mallory Wilhelm for the game here. She gets it in into Eagle Grove court, and this is going to go out of bounds and a win. 25-8 in game 2. 25-5, 25-8, and we'll be back with the third game here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Lake Mills, and Bulldogs volleyball team is rolling towards their 100th straight conference win with 25-5 and 25-8 victories in games 1 and 2. If they can nail down one of the next 3 games, they'll have it for Coach Jim Beamer as they strive for their 14th straight conference title. Top of the Iowa Conference. They've switched sides, and Lake Mills in white, Eagle Grove in the gold. And an early 1-0 lead for Lake Mills as Faith Cox will go back. The student council is gathering money. They have a bucket going around, money for hurricane relief. tonight. It's homecoming week. We got parents' night tonight. A lot of things going on here. A lot of milestones. Homecoming always a great week for any school. It's always better if you win these games during the weekend. Of course, they have football tomorrow night too here in town. And we'll have that game for you here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Battle at the net is won there by Eagle Grove. And they make it 2-1. Going back to serve is Hannah Beecher, the junior. Oh, smashed. Flies into the crowd, almost got up here. Paul, you should have got that one. You should have had your glove. Oh, it's not baseball, sorry. So, yeah. The serve goes back to Lake Mills with a 3-1 lead now, and Dana Bauman with the serve. That was blocked again by Wilhelm at the net. Helped out by Ashley Groh. And they jumped to block it again. They didn't even have to. It didn't get across the net. Falls harmlessly underneath the net, giving the Bulldogs a 4-1 lead. Bauman still serving. That was a nice shot there, but dug nicely by Bauman. And that one goes long. So it's 4-2. 4-2 Lake Mills with Eagle Grove serving. The Eagles are 1-11 on this season. There's a nice kill for Wilhelm. Make it 5-2. Substitution. Casperson in for Joint. And back to serve is Ashley Groh. Leading 5-2. That one goes right into the net and back over to the Eagles. And they substitute as well. We've got Hannah Demery in for Sadie Sturr. Five to 3, Lake Mills leading. And that one goes off the hands of Hannah Beecher and out of bounds for a point for Lake Mills. And the Bulldogs server is Mallory Wilhelm, leading 6-3. Dug out of the back row there by Mackenzie Crail, and they send it back over to the Bulldogs. Wilhelm spiked but blocked at the net nicely. I think it was Natalie Verba, number 6. So it's 6-4. Bit of a comeback started here for Eagle Grove. Lake Mills easily winning the first two games, 25-5 and 25-8. That one slammed home by Taya Kessler, 5'8" senior outside hitter. And the Bulldogs with the serve back and a 7-4 lead, and Taya will do the honors of the serve. That one knocked over gently by Hannah Beecher. They got to get it over, and they're not going to. Off balance there for Taya. And she's going to sit down as Hannah Hansen comes in for Lake Mills. Eagle Grove with the serve, and they're only down 2. 7-5 here in game 3. That is Jeske on the serve. Bauman sets it nicely for the front row hit by Megan Groh. Nice rally going here. Yes. Hannah Hansen's getting some jumping going here. She goes up and slams it over, but they've been able to return it until there when she just gently knocks it over for the point. And a kill, a soft kill, 8-5. Favor of Lake Mills. Back in Jaden Joint, back out is Audrey Casperson. Joint will go back to serve, leading 8-5. By far the biggest test they've had tonight of the 3 games played. blocked down at the net and made sure Megan Grow making sure that didn't get over. 9-5. I don't even know if she touched it. It might have hit the net. Had it gotten over, she was right there to make sure it got back down. Bauman digs that out, set. And that one is off of Eagle Grove player by Megan Grow for a kill for her. She's got a bunch of those, as does Mallory Wilhelm. Jaden Joint still serving. It's 10-5. Lake Mills make that 11-5 now, as Eagle Grove having trouble handling that one. And now the Bulldogs suddenly break open a game. That was close at 7-5 at one point. That one is off of Hallie Jeski's hands. Not able to dig that out. 12-5. Jaden's on a roll here serving. She must have some good spin going, because they're just hitting it straight out of bounds. They go sideways off of the Eagle Grove player's hands. It doesn't look like it's spinning. It looks like a knuckleball coming over the net. That one is in. Timeout is called here, as it is 14-5 now. Lake Mills on a roll here in game 3. More action from Lake Mills High School coming up on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Yeah, tomorrow night here in Lake Mills, football action with Belmont Clemmy. And it's homecoming, and we'll have that for you here. 7 o'clock game time from the football stadium here in Lake Mills, as we do the home games for volleyball and football. And basketball still to come. Are we doing any wrestling? You know? I asked Paul, my right-hand man here. He doesn't recall hearing that in a meeting. I'm not invited to the meetings because I'm a disruptive force, so I have to ask. Here's another point for the Bulldogs, 15-5. 10 more points, and it's in the books as their 100th straight conference volleyball win. Very impressive, and it happens to be on homecoming week and parents' night. That one again goes careening off the hands of an Eagle Grove player and into the stands off of the serve of Jaden Joint, who has put Lake Mills way out in front now, 16-5 here in game 3. Looking for a sweep of the Eagles tonight. That one's way long. As Hannah Beecher going for the kill, but she just killed the wall in the back of the stadium here, or the gym here. 17-5. Dig, set, hit, and oh, nice play. Recognizing that there's an opening, Megan Grow just kind of almost set it in, and hits the floor unhit for an 18-5 lead. This is like 10 in a row for Jaden serving. And the kill there is by I was going to say Wilhelm, but that was Hannah Hansen. A nice job at the net. She's 5'9", junior. Jaden again will serve, leading 19-5. The dig gets hit across the net for Eagle Grove there. And again, nice, Megan Grow just taps it over into the open spot for the point, 20-5. 5 points to go for the sweep and the 100th straight conference win. This one hits a rafter again on the Eagle Grove side. A regular occurrence here in this gym for visiting teams. That one under the net, so a point again for Lake Mills, 21-5. Joint again sends it over, but that is out. A little long there. 21-6 is the score now with Eagle Grove serving. Number 1, Sadie Sturr goes back to serve. 15-point advantage for Lake Mills. 2 games up. That one goes out of bounds, and 22-6. Back into the game, Faith Cox will replace Hannah Hansen for Lake Mills. Hannah doing a great job. As I said, from top to bottom, 8-9 players deep. They all just are, they're a machine. Although that machine did have a loss to Sioux City. That was an awkward try at a dig there from the back row. Eagle Grove's Michelle Miracle. And serving for Lake Mills, Faith Cox puts it into the net. 23-7 is the lead. 2 points to close out this match tonight and send Lake Mills to 9-1. We'll have to see when the rankings come out if it helps them move up, but they're ranked number 8 in 2A in Iowa. That's out of bounds. 24-7. Game point coming up here, and Dana Bauman's going to go back to try and get it. Does she ever even go out of the game? I don't think so. She's been on the floor all night, I think. Oh, that one's killed by Natalie Verba of Eagle Grove. And they hang in there 24-8. They're going to substitute and send in Mackenzie Crail for Hannah Huntley. The sophomore, the youngest player of the team. Huntley getting a rest now. Lake Mills has a couple of sophomores. Megan Groh, who starts, and Jessa Gastiger. Nice save there. Oh man, they're just flying around, digging things out. They get it back over. Sticking with it. I think they gave up on that one because I didn't hear a whistle, but Lake Mills kind of gave up on that play, but 24-9 is the score. They're looking for one more point, and it can come on the Eagle Grove serve. 24-10 now. Mackenzie Crail is serving. 24-10, Lake Mills lead. They won the first game 25-5, second game 25-8. And they trying to close this one out, but Eagle Grove keeps coming back. There's a nice kill there for Verba, and it's 24-11. It's a long way for the upset to happen, but they're putting up a good fight, and that's good to see. (24-11). Rafters going to cause problems. Nope, they get it back over. Here's the set and a kill. Closed out by Taya Kessler. 25-11 here in the third game. And that'll do it. 100 straight conference wins for Jim Beamer and the Lake Mills Bulldogs volleyball team on Parents' Night during homecoming, nonetheless. Nicely done. We'll be back with some final thoughts here from Lake Mills High School on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back here in Lake Mills, since 2003, this volleyball team, the Bulldogs, have won the conference championship 13 straight years, and now 100 straight conference wins. They're 5-0 in the conference this year, 9-1 overall, ranked number 8 in 2A. Sweeping Eagle Grove, who fall to 1-12 on the year. 25-5, 25-8, 25-11. So Eagle Grove didn't quit. They scored more in each game, so that was good to see. A little competition, but still pretty easy sweep for Lake Mills as, they raised hundreds of dollars here tonight for the Red Cross relief for hurricane victims. Nice job there. Parents' night, homecoming. We'll be back tomorrow night from Lake Mills for the football team and the big game against Belmont Clemmy. That'll be 7 o'clock. Just before 7, we'll get on the air for the pregame for you from Lake Mills on Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports, live online at lakemillsbulldogs.com. And again, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/bulldogs-tv, and like us and follow us there, because we've got contests. In fact, we've got one going on right now. And through the 15th of September, you can get into our drawing for a custom stadium chair and T-shirt that we'll give away. We'll announce the winner of that on the 18th of September. Following the volleyball and football teams on their home games this year on lakemillsbulldogs.com. Thanks to all our sponsors. Wilkinson Tool and Die, Tri-State Tax, and Midwest Metal Stamping are new to the family today, and looking forward to working with them for the rest of the season. Womack Design, Young Plumbing and Heating, Sophia Asa Photography, Premier Concrete, Northern Iowa Therapeutic Massage, Lake Mills Chamber, Carl Bladel Construction, Dave's Auto, Dale's Body Shop, BizWiz, and Amish Heirloom Furniture, all sponsoring Lake Mills sports on Bulldogs TV all season long. We thank them for that. We thank you for tuning in. And again, football tomorrow night here during homecoming week on lakemillsbulldogs.com.